Hello, and welcome back to Start Adventuring, a channel dedicated to empowering new roleplayers to break down their barriers and just start adventuring. I'm Ben.
And I'm Baxter. And this week will be the 8th chapter of the Candlekeep Mysteries, entitled Sarah of Yellowcrest Manor. It's going to be really fun. Like I said, it's going to be a noir detective kind of vibe to it, so very interested in seeing how Illya Firestar fares with this. Ben, is there anything you wanted to discuss or ask before we get started?
No, just if you enjoy what we do here at Start Adventuring, remember to like this video and please subscribe to the channel. We'd love to have you be a part of the community. But without any further ado, I'd love to just jump right into the adventure.
All right, well, let's do it. We open up with you in a carriage, the wheels hitting over cobblestones. It's dark. It's kind of a gloomy night. You are Illya Firestar. You are on your kind of first mission with a partner, a new partner for you, who is sitting in the back right corner of this carriage, kind of bundled up and almost looks like they're nodding off asleep as you guys are riding out. You have not yet had much conversation with them. You haven't even caught their name. Nor have you discussed the mission the nature of the case, so to speak. So I will open up there with you in the carriage.
What do they look like?
Can't. It's dark right now, and they are all kind of bundled up in.
Were they just in the carriage when I got in here? I haven't seen them at all.
Exactly. No, you haven't really met them. You haven't had much interaction with them at all.
Well, I'm gonna, I guess, break the awkward silence and just say, well, what are we doing here? It's nice to meet you. My name's Illya Firestar.
If you're saying this from afar, you notice that they don't appear to move or notice that you've said anything to them.
Okay, I guess I get closer to them and say something to them.
Okay.
And I don't know. I mean, they don't seem to be reacting or moving at all.
No. Roll an insight check, though.
Okay, I rolled a 19 plus 1 is 20.
They definitely appear to be asleep.
Okay, I'll nudge them.
Okay, yeah. Hey. So you start nudging them. They kind of wake up. They take their hat off from over their face. It is a gruff-looking, half-human, half-tiefling, kind of like this peachy red skin, and little horns coming on the top in a long trench coat, and a detective's hat. Kind of gruffly says to you, "Ugh, you're the rookie, huh? I'm gonna call you Rook from here on out. Is that okay with you?"
Yeah, that's fine. Sorry to wake you. I was just wondering if we could talk about what we're doing here. I don't have any information.
He kind of coughs for a moment, and this kind of wet, hacking cough as he turns over to the side, and he kind of comes back to you and says, "Sorry, it was a late night for me last night. I didn't get much sleep." And you see he's kind of fiddling in his bag, and he pulls out this very destroyed-looking book that looks like it's like leather and with a circle. See the book to our right there. But it looks not quite as that picture, more damaged, like from water, and the clasp is kind of rusted shut on it. And he sets it on the table. Candlekeep asked us to come and look into this house. There's some pages they were able to take from this journal. It's a pretty open and shut case. The thought is that the husband murdered the family and the servant girl that was working here. It's her journal. She documented pretty much the whole thing, at least from what we can tell.
And what's our charge here?
Just to look into it, make sure everything checks out so we can sign off on the case, kind of a thing.
The father's the suspect?
Yeah, I mean, they never found him, but that's the thought, yeah, is the father murdered. I mean, he pulls out these pages, kind of magically constructed pages. They were able to reconstruct these few things just from the first page from lifting the cover and the last page from lifting the bottom, but they weren't able to get the clasp open. So he hands you these 5 pieces of paper. One is the front page, the back page, and then they were able to get 2 pages from the middle. So the first page literally just documents. It says, I am Sarah Abernathy, the maid of Yellowcrest Manor, and I write this journal to document my death. It has come upon me that my employer, John Yellowcrest, intends to murder me and his entire family. That's the first page.
As I'm looking through these pages, I do want to just quickly say to my partner, what's your name, partner?
Oh, sorry. It's, Harvey Potts, he says as he kind of shakes the hand.
Yeah, Ilya's gonna kind of tip her hat at him and
tips
shake his hand.
Detective hat back.
So there are 5 pages, you said? I mean, I do want to look through these.
Yeah,
just
so,
because...
so that was the first page. Literally, the next 3 pages are just Sarah's name written over and over and over again, in this, like, black-looking ink. As you kind of look at it, it's actually kind of dark blue, but it could, very easily just be mistaken for black ink. Just over and over again, Sarah, Sarah, Sarah. And then the last page is just this drawing of what...
Is it her whole name or just her first name?
Just her first name. Sarah, 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 Sarah. And then the last page is just this drawing of what looks like, some kind of strange summoning circle or something. And as you look at it, you can actually roll an investigation check for me.
Sure, that's a nat 1, and I have, I got 1 intelligence and not proficient in it, so it's just a 2.
Yeah, you're looking at this, and it definitely looks like some kind of ritual summoning circle of some kind, but it's really, you don't know too much about it.
And it's not like anything I've come across. I mean, I was an adventurer for a long time.
I suppose you could roll a history check at disadvantage, only because you've looked at it and you can't really tell, but if you want to try to see if there's something you recognize.
Well, and I am proficient in history, so I'm going to get my +1 plus my +3 proficiency bonus. You said disadvantage?
Yeah.
So 9 and a 19. I take the 9 plus 4, 13. So.
Yeah, it's nothing too familiar, but you do notice some, like, what look like maybe tentacles coming on the rimming of it, but it's hard to tell.
But it's not anything I recognize from
not
my
so specifically. Trap. No, not maybe, but you can't recall this time.
Okay. And I'm gonna ask again to Harvey is the name of my partner.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Harvey. So are we looking for something in particular here?
We just gotta find that summoning circle so we know that it's there. There's probably some bodies. It might be a little gruesome, but you're the rookie.
Oh, we're the first on the scene? No one's been here yet?
Oh, no, we didn't know this happened. The Candlekeep gave it to us as soon as they found the journal and thought there might be some murder happening. I mean, yeah, we're detectives, Illya. What did you expect? He kind of said as he chuckles. Now, Rook, they don't generally give hard cases out to newbies such as yourself, so it's pretty shut and dry most of the time. It looks like we're just here to check some boxes, okay?
Yeah, it's open and shut or cut and dry. I've never heard anybody say shut and dry before, but that's cute, Harv. I've been around the block, don't worry.
Yeah, I like you. Some spit in your fire. You guys kind of start... The carriage comes to a stop as you now are looking at Yellowcrest Manor. Harvey is kind of looking over it. He goes, from what I hear, there's this main house here. There's the staff's quarters in the back and a dock house even further out. I don't suppose the summoning circle is anywhere else but the main house, we should probably just head in on there.
Well, with all due respect, my gut reaction is we should check out the staff quarters. This is Sarah's journal. If all our evidence is based on her information, maybe she's got more, something we could recover, get more information so we know what we're walking into.
He kind of looks at you. That's a plan? I mean, we have her journal. I don't know what else she could provide to us. Tell you what, do you want to split up? I'll go in the main house. Do you go in the staff quarters?
Do we have any reason to think there's danger here? You have a way for us to keep in touch other than just yelling real loud?
No, unfortunately not, but, why don't we...
I can handle myself. No, I can go. I'll go. I don't mind.
Okay, just, yell real loud if you need something, rookie, he says as he kind of laughs and walks into, the main house.
All right, and the staff quarters, can I see, where, he said it's, behind the house, or where is it?
The staff's quarters, as you kind of walk up to the house as he goes to walk into the front door, you kind of peer around the side and see that, about 100 yards out, there's another kind of smaller, more humble-looking building that you would ascertain is the staff quarters.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna head down that walkway and head into the...
Cool. So as you approach this building, it looks pretty decrepit. You definitely don't... as you're kind of approaching, the only thing that you're noticing is this house is kind of backed up to a beach. It's like a cliffside manor backed up to a beach, and you just hear the waves coming in and out.
I want to look out just real quick out over the water because I'm remembering the tentacles that I saw. Mm-hmm. Is there anything? It doesn't look like any weird irregular movement down there or anything. I'm just a little paranoid.
No, I mean, you see there, as you're looking out, you can kind of see that they have a dock house that has, a dock that leads out into the water, kind of down the hill a little ways. Okay. No, I mean, nothing that looks too abnormal. It's really dark, so it's hard to see. I mean, the water does look nearly black, as it's kind of hitting up against the side of the house.
All right. Well, Illya can't be too cautious. I'm gonna take my shield. I've got my shield still from my regiment, my time as a soldier, and I've got my whip at my side, and I'm just gonna be ready just in case, but, approach with caution and head into the servant's house there.
Okay. So, as you're kind of walking up to the servant's house, you begin to kind of, nudge with the door, and it seems like it's jammed or blocked. You could try and break it down if you'd like to, but I need a strength check.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to kick it down. Okay. Strength or athletics?
Yeah, athletics is fine.
Because I'm proficient in that, so I get my bonus.
Yeah, that's...
All right, 9 plus 8 is 17.
Yeah, so Illya, it takes you a second. How exactly are you breaking it down?
I want to kick it.
Okay, yeah, so she just takes one big, powerful half-orc boot and smashes the door right below the locking mechanism, allowing it to swing on its hinge. It does appear that it was locked from the inside. I am gonna say, anybody home? You just hear what sounds like crying, but you can't quite ascertain where it's coming from.
Hello? I can hear you in there.
You hear a kind of startled noise, and then the crying stops.
Ooh, okay. I am gonna yell real loud. Harvey, you got anything? Can you hear me?
You hear... The bottom of the first floor is clear. Upstairs is just the rooms of the families. If you want to come up here.
No, there's someone out here.
What?
And then,
and you see...
Then I'm going to turn Oh, what? I see what?
You see Harvey starting to kind of waddle as you haven't really seen under the trench coat. He has a little bit of a beer belly. He doesn't seem to be in the most shape as he's kind of huffing down. What did you say, Rook?
As he approaches, I mean, before he gets there, because I imagine it takes time for him to leave the house and come around, I am going to turn back into this house and say, all right, this is your third opportunity to respond to me. We're 2 investigators here. I don't want any trouble. We're just trying to find out what happened here. Why don't you come on out and talk to us?
It's silent. You don't hear anything.
Okay. Yep. So I'm gonna cautiously wait for Harvey to get here, and then I'm going to explain to him what I heard. I'm just gonna say, I heard something crying, and when I called out, it stopped, and there's been no response since. I don't know if it's a... I mean, do I have any reason to believe... I mean, it's a creepy sort of atmosphere. Do I have any reason to believe that... Well, do I remember what I heard? It sounded like a person, right? I mean, it...
Yeah, it was crying. I mean, I mean...
So I just relay that to Harvey. And
yeah, and Harvey kind of...
about it.
He looks at you kind of funny, and he looks at the house and says, "You think someone's living in here? Rook, I think something's gone to your head. Hello?
What?
Hello?" And there's no response, and he goes, "What are you talking about, Rook?"
All right, well, now that you're here, we may as well take a look together. And I'm gonna walk in. I mean, I'm gonna start.
You want me to hold your hand while we walk around just to make sure nothing gets you? He kind of says as he. You do what?
I make an angry face at him and.
Yeah, he He kind of chuckles, proud of himself as he starts walking.
I'm older
behind
than
you.
him, right? I mean, how old is Harvey?
He looks pretty old. I don't know how old Illya is meant to be. She's probably older than he is, but he is. You know, you're the rookie. He's the veteran. So he's given a little bit of the banter that way.
Yeah.
But as you guys are kind of walking, you notice it's kind of set up where it's almost like a large kitchen lounge area is the first floor. And then there's some stairs that appear to go up to bedrooms.
Yeah, I want to go. I want to go investigate the bedrooms because I think. I mean, we can't get. So the journal that we were looking at. You said it was like they reconstructed some of the pages
of what they could get. Yeah, because the lock, there's like a clasp lock on it that's rusted and locked, so you can't open it. But I mean, it does have a keyhole on it.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, I want to go try to find Sarah's quarters. That's my plan, is to see if I can find either more information in there. Maybe she had another journal or something, or maybe we can find the key if we're really lucky. I don't know. But I want to go upstairs to the quarters, the bedrooms.
Yeah, so you get to the first... there's kind of 3 bedrooms all right next to each other. 2 look unlived in. They've actually been made, but there's like a layer of dust on them. And then there's a 3rd room that's just completely like ransacked and destroyed.
Well, looks like someone got here before we did, huh, Harv?
Yep, probably the struggle from when Daddy-O came to take her down.
Is there blood? Like, is there signs of...
There's no blood, but make an investigation check.
+1. I rolled a 4. 5.
You can't... Yeah, no blood, but there's definitely something ominous about this scene here. So what you see is a bed that's been cracked in half. A table that has been... 2 of the legs have been ripped off of it, and it's kind of propped up over like it's been thrown. The only thing really... Like a rug on the ground.
Does the rug look like it's been disturbed, or is it...
No, it's in fact the only thing that looks maybe undisturbed.
Yeah, I do want to try to lift up that rug and see if there's anything under it.
Right on. Yeah. So as you throw it over, etched in under the rug looks to be like a picture that looks very familiar to you. Go ahead and roll a history check with advantage.
That's cocked, sorry. 3 or 17. So 17 plus 4, 21.
Yeah, this is definitely the same kind of insignia that is scratched onto the front of the book, which is literally a tree, a big tree with what look like pears on it. And then you see in this etching that's beneath the rug, there's a little like hole hollowed out in the center of the tree, and it looks like someone tried to etch a key in that little area.
I'm going to turn to Harv, and I'm going to say, you know anything about a pear tree on the property, on the estate anywhere?
Pear tree. I know they farmed pears, I'm sure. And he points kind of back behind the staff's house, like, there's probably some pear trees that way.
All right, well, let's not, that'll be the next stop. Anything else in here look suspicious to you? I mean, obviously the struggle.
Well, I'm worried about that crying person that was somewhere. He starts laughing and kind of pats you on the back. Let's get out of here.
Hold on one second. I actually am worried about the crying person who was in here. I say with a little scoff. And I am going to call out one more time. Sarah?
Yeah, there's no response. But you do feel a chill run down your spine.
Yeah. I actually just got a chill. Ben. That's creepy. Okay. I know my investigation check was low, but I mean, I'm going to give a once-over. There's not like an armoire or something where there might be something stored or like a cabinet or anything like that in the room?
Not in the room, no. There's like a pantry downstairs, but as you're kind of walking past it, you can see it's empty. There's not supplies here. There's nothing.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to say to Harv, like, let's check out the orchard. I think there might be, I mean, you saw the thing on the floor. If we're looking for a key to the journal.
Yeah, I don't know why we're looking for a key to a journal. I think we should just go up and check our box that the summoning circle is here, the family's all gone, and say that's it.
You didn't find the check? Did you find the summoning circle while you were in the
No, I checked the downstairs,
house?
And the downstairs was clear, but they still have a basement and the rooms upstairs, so it's quite the big mansion.
Let's check our box after we check out the orchard. I'd rather
your call,
know what
Rookie.
we're
Your
getting
call,
into.
Rookie. You're the one being evaluated. It's your call. The key. Okay, the key. And he's like, let's head to those pear trees over. Like, you can't see anything, but again, he had mentioned that the orchard was behind the staff's quarters.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say on my way out, we're gonna figure out what happened, Sarah. Just don't.
Yeah,
Hope you're on our side
just
here.
starts laughing hysterically as he's leaving the room.
Yeah, I just kind of grunt at him in my wizened sort of crotchety old person way. But I'm singularly sort of focused on heading toward those where Harvey said the pear trees would be.
Okay. Yeah, so as you're kind of walking back there, it looks like a lot of the trees are dead or have been like set on fire or something. They're like black, like dust stuff covering them, like almost ash-like, but kind of thicker. As you're kind of walking back, it's hard to see, but roll a perception check for me.
It's another 9. I'm rolling 9s. Perception, I got +4, so that's a 13.
You kind of make out in the distance that it looks like there's one tree that's kind of back behind, almost like off, like it was hidden somewhere. Like hidden in its place. You just kind of see the top of it. Harvey goes, well, I bet that might be a pear tree. Let's head over there.
Well, now whose call is it? I say under my breath as I follow him to that tree.
As you guys kind of walk up, yeah, there is, in fact, and it looks just like the tree on the book. Big and billowing with tons of pears kind of on it.
Yeah, I'm looking for a knothole.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy and apparent to tell as you kind of stick your hand in this knothole. You feel.
Hold on. Before I'm not sticking my hand in the knothole straight away. I want to. I mean, I've been getting spooky vibes this whole time, and I don't think Illya also got spooky vibes. I do want to be cautious about it. Like, can I see into the knothole at all? Like, if I try to look.
You'd have to kind of like climb up on the tree. So roll an acrobatics check just to see if you can like hold yourself up on this tree in a funky way.
Can I use athletics? Because Illya is not an acrobatic person. I mean, is it like...
I kind of feel like the way that the tree is situated, you're gonna have to be more acrobatic than athletic.
What if I use my whip?
Okay,
to,
that's fine. If you use
lasso
your whip
around the tree and like pull myself up.
I'll give you a athletics check for that.
Wow, that's cocked also, sorry. 12 plus 8 is 20.
Yeah, you're able to kind of Indiana Jones lasso yourself up, swing so you can perfectly see into this knothole, which you do see looks pretty abandoned. Maybe a couple like leaves and an old pear kind of sat in there. But that's really it.
No evidence of a key?
No evidence of a key, no.
I'm gonna, not shout, but I'm gonna say down to Harv. No key in here.
He kind of laughs and says, fancy that. Now, do you want to get going back to where we need to go? And as he starts walking back, you feel a gust of wind kind of blowing at you. And as you're kind of fending off this wind, you feel a pear drop on your head.
Jeez. I kind of rub my head. What direction was the wind blowing? Can I tell?
Yeah. Roll a survival check for me.
Okay, that's wisdom. Am I proficient in survival? No. So it's a 20.
Yeah, as you're kind of sitting you realize the wind was blowing you into the tree, essentially.
Weird. Okay. Can I reach in and grab the pear that's in there?
Yeah, sure. So yeah, you reach in and you grab that pear. It's kind of, like I said, it's older. It's almost mushy, but
I fully want to just squish it.
Okay, roll a strength check for me.
Strength or athletics? Just straight strength?
This is straight strength.
20. 15 plus 5.
Yeah, you squish it, and as it just kind of explodes everywhere, what is left in your hand is a single brass key.
I'm just gonna whisper, "Thank you, Sarah," and yell into Harv. Harv, wait a second. You still got that journal?
Oh, yeah, of course. Why? What's up? And he kind of looks back and sees the splattered pear all over you, and just starts laughing. Who taught you how to eat? Oh my gosh!
Yeah, who taught you how to find stuff? I say as I throw the key at him.
He kind of looks appalled by it and goes, "Well, I'll be darn shooting." And he kind of picks it up and twists and he's I guess he picks it up and looks at it and goes, "Do you want to do the honor since you found it, rookie?"
No, go ahead. I gotta get out of this tree. Now I'm gonna start lowering myself down.
He kind of clicks open the lock as it almost actually looks like it may have broken as he twists it from the mechanism, but it's open now. And as you kind of open the journal, again, that first page is as you have it. He kind of flips through the second, third, fourth, fifth. He starts thumbing through. It looks like 20 pages worth is just Sarah's name written over and over and over and over again. And as it kind of starts getting further with her name being written, you start to see that same summoning circle kind of all over the pages. Some of them are too, like, waterlogged to make any sense out of, but again, it looks like you can see her name, you can see the summoning circle, and he goes, "Well, I think you busted it wide open, Rook. She's gone nuts."
Yeah. Well, you said there was a dock house, because the thing is, like, waterlogged, like this, there was water damage sustained by this book. I'm going to say to Harvey, you know how Candlekeep came to possess this journal in the first place?
No, that's not my jurisdiction. They gave it to me, said, look into it. I'm looking into it. Again, if we could just get back to that house up there, we could just cross the boxes, get us out of here. I'm sure that it's there, what we're looking for. The husband murdered him. The husband murdered him. If you want to go to that boathouse, that's on you, Rook. You're like I said, you're the one being evaluated. You do as you please. You certainly think you're something hot now that you found that key. He kind of chuckles to himself.
I roll my eyes at him and I'm like, yeah, we're not in competition here, Harvey.
No.
And I am gonna say, before we head back, we're all the way out here. We might as well go check out the boathouse.
And he kind of shrugs and says, "All right, let's go on down."
Cool. So I'm gonna lead the way.
Right on, yeah. So you guys are kind of coming down again. It's you have to kind of wind down a hill in order to get to it because it is positioned right on the beach as a dockhouse would be. And as you're kind of getting closer, just the smell of the ocean is very strong. It's very dark out. There's not a lot of lights out this way, except for the light in on the pier of the dockhouse, which you can see decently far away as you're kind of approaching. Harv is just kind of trailing behind you. He's not really paying much attention. He's kind of groaning and complaining about not going up to the manor house and that.
Yeah, I don't know. Harv, you said Harv is half tiefling. Does he have dark? I'm gonna say to Harv, can you see out here in the dark?
Yeah, I can see everything, he said as he's looking around. Can you see?
Yeah, I'm actually very aware of my surroundings. Yeah, something about Illya Firestar is I actually have blind sight within 10 feet of me. And I've got 60 feet of dark vision. So because I have it's like blind fighting or something, the fighting style, anything within 10 feet of me, I have blind sight of. I basically just I'm very aware of what's around me.
Okay. And as you're kind of like, again, approaching this dockhouse, Illya, yeah, you feel like first a presence kind of walking towards you in that 10 feet. And it's kind of walking. It gets about 6 feet walking.
Yeah, I'm backing up. I'm backing up.
As you're backing up,
I have dark vision. Do I see anything?
No. It just starts to dissipate. And as it kind of, as you feel it, as if it were getting closer, a cold mist just kind of washes over you. And you begin to cough. And you begin to cough, kind of this wet, hacking cough.
Is it similar to the coughing that Harvey was doing?
I mean, it's a wet cough. It's hard to say. I mean,
I'm gonna turn to Harvey and I'm gonna say
he didn't have any mist run through him that you've encountered, though. So
I'm gonna say we're not alone in here, Harv.
And he kind of laughs and goes, "All right," and he goes to mumbo jumbo as he starts kind of walking down to the dockhouse.
Oh, this wasn't at the dock house. This was like
This was approaching the dock house. You were getting close to it for sure, but now you guys are actually walking up to the dock house itself.
Be on your guard when we get down there, Harvey.
And he kind of looks at you, and he hikes up his pants, and goes, "I'm always on my guard."
Yeah. Okay. I mean, how big is this dock house? Is it like a single room? Or,
yeah, it looks like it's probably like it's they're ostentatious people. But it doesn't seem very large. Maybe a medium to large size single room is what you'd be expecting when you open the door into here.
All right. I'm bracing, but opening the door. I think I'm on to something here.
So are you again, as you kind of go to open it, it's jammed or locked or something. Are you going to try to break it down?
Yeah, I'm going to say back up, Harv, and then I'm kicking this one down too.
Okay. Go ahead and make, an athletics check for me.
$13 plus 8, 21.
Yeah, as you put your steel boot right in the center of this, it doesn't budge. And Harvey goes, "Stand back, let me take care of it."
I cross my arms and just scowl.
Yeah, and Harvey takes his little tiefling boot. You can see it actually has like a little curl on the toe, and he hits it, and as he hits it, he just kind of bounces off of it and goes, "All right, well, I guess we could try doing it together."
Yeah, I don't mind. You want the left or the right?
I'm gonna just run and charge into it. You boot the lock. And he says as he kind of backs up to get ready with his shoulder.
Great.
So go ahead and roll another athletics check with advantage. Not advantage, just... Oh, actually, no, you're helping. Advantage, and then add an additional d6 to the roll.
So advantage plus a d6?
Correct.
Okay, so I rolled a 10 and a 12. So that's going to take the 12. It's a 20 plus 3, 23.
Ooh, that was lower than your first one, wasn't it?
No, the first one was 21.
Oh, yeah, I guess you know what? Yeah, you guys, it takes you a second. You hit it once, and you felt it move, but it didn't break down. And you guys just reset and try it one more time. And as you hit into it this time, it bursts open. And you guys are left. Harv goes flying into. It's cut out in like a U shape with what looks like a boat. In the boathouse where it would go out via the door that's at the back of it, like the garage door essentially. Think of it like a boat garage.
Right.
And he goes flying right onto the boat. You guys walk in. It's quiet. There doesn't seem to be anything going on here. And Harvey kind of gets up.
Get out of that. I'd get out of that boat if I were you.
And he kind of laughs and says, "You think it's evidence?"
No, I just don't trust the water.
And he goes, "Wow, you're pretty superstitious."
I guess I am.
And he kind of looks around and goes, "Well, what are we looking for, Rook?"
I don't know, summoning circle.
And he kind of looks around and...
Door was locked. There's something in here.
If you want, Illya, go ahead and make an investigation check to see if you see anything abnormal or, different.
That's a 17.
Yeah, so, again, you're looking around. It doesn't immediately appear that anything is super off. But, again, yeah, that water beneath the boat gives you an uncomfortable vibe. Yeah, and as this water sort of entrances you, you can hear right in your ear, snap, 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 as Harvey Potts says, "All right, come on, Illya. Let's head back to the manor house to check the box. You promised after we looked at the boathouse you would go and do this." "It's all right, Rook. You got 1 out of 2. That's not bad for your first investigation." He kind of laughs.
Yeah, I just kind of nod slowly and I turn to go out of the boathouse.
Cool. So you guys leave the boathouse and begin walking up. And as again, you're kind of stepping down off of the stairs that lead on to the land that goes up. You feel that same rush of like coolness, that misty coolness, but a larger force of it push past you as you guys are exiting.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to leave the boathouse, but Harvey won't shut up until we go look at the basement. So my intention is to come back here at some point soon, but
I'm just letting you know what happens as you guys are leaving. So you guys are walking up. Harvey's just kind of twiddling his thumbs, saying, "All right." He grabs the copied sheets as he's kind of going through them, and he just pulls up the last page that's the summoning circle and says, "This is what we're looking for, Illya. Look at it, memorize it, know it. As soon as we find this, I'm sure we'll find all the answers we need and check the boxes."
Right. I know.
So as you guys, I guess, are kind of walking. No, it's a quiet night. Again, the smell of the ocean and the waves is kind of overwhelming, almost maddening, as you guys are kind of walking past the staff house, getting to the manor house. And as you guys are there now, you're looking about the front, the first floor. Like Harvey said, he'd cleared it. It's empty. It's quiet. It's still.
What's left, Harvey? The basement?
He looks down and goes, "Yeah, we can do the basement." There's a stairs descending down into the basement, or stairs going up to the family's rooms.
You check out the father's room. How big's the family?
It's the father, the mother, and they have 2 kids, 2 little girls.
Did you check out the rooms already?
No, I said I cleared the bottom, and then you started yelling about people where there weren't people.
All right, why don't you go check out the upstairs, and I'll go check out the basement.
All right, okay, that sounds good to me. And he starts walking up, and you're going to walk down to the basement?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so as you're walking down to the basement, it's pitch black, but you're able to see still with your blind vision. There's not much down here. It looks like a regular storage cellar. But as you're kind of like walking around down here looking at kind of what is around, again, like you hear the ocean very prominently going, like almost like you're on a boat, like rocking, hitting the side of this basement area. It just gives you, again, a really chilled, weird feeling.
And I don't see... There's no summoning... There's nowhere on the ground where something, like, again, with the etching of the thing...
No, none of the summoning circle that you see. But as you're looking, roll an investigation check for me.
That's a 5.
You do notice some tentacles carved into some of the sides of the walls, on some of the walls. But again, nothing down here that indicates a summoning circle or...
Well, and there's nothing, but again, so there's nothing on the floor that might obscure something like a rug or something like that. No. Like, can I move the shelves or anything? Like...
Sure, yeah, you can, yeah, you start moving some stuff around, taking shelves down, moving barrels, checking barrels. Everything looks empty, abandoned. Nothing seems to be triggering anything. You can't find any mechanisms or anything like that. It's all very weird. But again, as you're sitting down here, the waves, the sound of the waves pounding on your head, pounding.
I'm going to go upstairs.
You hear Harvey yell, "Bingo, Rook!" And he kind of laughs and says, "Come on now."
Okay, I'm going to go upstairs and find him, go to the top floor and say, "What'd you find?"
And you see his head's peering out of the far room as you kind of walk up and enter, and it's this large, definitely the parents' room, and right in the center of the room area is that summoning circle drawn. And again, the summoning circle is one large circle with what looks like 4 smaller circles attached to it, and then the tentacles coming out of it.
5 circles total?
5 circles total. A central circle that's like a big circle, and then 4 smaller circles, like, connecting at the bottom.
5 people at the house, right, Harvey?
5 including the staff member, yeah.
Yeah, 5 people, 5 circles.
And he kind of looks at you and shakes his head, and says, well, I guess they... But he, like, looks around, and you do actually see like blacky red spots on the 4 outer circles. As you look closely, it's hard to say, but it could be blood.
On the circle?
Yeah, like in the circles, in the 4 outer circles. But it's
I say to Harvey,
to say.
What is the alleged connection between this circle and the father?
Nobody knows. Sarah seemed to think that he was gonna do something, I guess, with it. And he says, look in that book. We got it open.
And sorry, this is in the father's room?
Correct. The parents' room.
As I'm opening up the book to take a look, I'm also going to say to Harvey, did you find anything else up here?
And he said, nope, not a thing. The other rooms look undisturbed, as he kind of points to the 2 rooms you could guess were the daughter's rooms. Nothing here. I can't even find a body. He kind of laughs.
Yeah. Okay. I'm comparing the circle to the circle in the book. Is there any differences that I can notice?
No, it looks to be the same. He kind of says, well, I think we know what happened here. I'm willing to just...
I don't know where you get that we know what happened. Will you tell me what happened here, Harv?
The father, look, there's 4 spaces. There was 4 people that were murdered, supposedly. They got murdered here. He's on the lam. We got to find him. Nothing left we can do here.
You got any leads on where to find him?
No, that's a different department, Illya. We're just investigations.
Yeah, I don't feel like we've learned anything. I'd like to go check out. None of this adds up to me, and I have a bad feeling about the boathouse. I don't think we're done here, Harvey.
And he kind of laughs and says, all right. I was afraid you'd say that. And all of a sudden, the door behind you closes. And as Harvey steps back, he slowly begins to transform. Tentacles coming down off of his face. And strange, openings on his face as he transforms into a... I'm going to show my lack of DMing right now. I don't know what the actual terminology is, but it's the Lovecraftian...
a mind flayer.
Mind flayer, yes.
How much does he look like Davy Jones from Pirates of the Caribbean?
Minorly, actually. Not that much, because he I think more of I guess it's kind of close, because I don't see him as space mind flayers. I see them more as oceanic mind flayer kind of a thing.
Yeah, got it.
And then he kind of begins to motion towards you. I need you to roll initiative.
Cool, Harvey. Awesome. Okay, well that's a 16 for me on initiative.
Okay, you will be going first.
Is there a window in this room?
There is. But you would have to move probably about 35 feet to get to it. It's kind of in the back corner.
Where is it in relation to
You'd have to walk past them.
So the window is between Harvey and... Or Harvey is between
so
myself and the window.
The room layout, as I imagine it, is kind of like this, where they have these, long-paned windows in the back cornered areas, like almost like little turreted areas. So you'd have to get to there to get to a window. But they are in the middle where the summoning circle is.
What is the distance between Harvey and the window?
Probably about 15 feet.
Okay. I am going to take my whip and attack Harvey.
Okay.
I have a reach of 10 feet with the whip.
Okay. So yeah, sorry, Harvey's about 20 feet. I mistook. Because you're how far? You'd say you're about 10 feet away from him. So sorry, he's 25 feet away from the...
From the window?
From the window, correct.
Okay.
Because you'd have to move 35 feet to get to the window.
Okay. So I'm attacking Harvey. It is a... does a 17 hit Harvey?
It does.
Okay, I'm going to hit him first. So that's 7 slashing damage with the whip. But I'm also going to expend a superiority die to use my Battlemaster action. I am taking the pushing attack action. So I need him to make a... Oh, I get to roll a d8 to add the damage to the attack. So it's an additional 4 damage. And also, I need Harvey to make a strength saving throw. It's DC 16.
Oh, he succeeds. I'm so sorry.
Okay, that's fine. I'm going to take my second attack against Harvey. That's a 16 to hit.
That will not hit.
Okay. Okay, that's all I can do.
Okay. So, as, Harvey kind of ducks out of that strength save as he kind of just barely holds their own against you, they pull up a tentacled hand, and his eyes shoot up this strange, like, black inky color that somehow is, like, absorbing light. I need Illya to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, that is a 4 plus 1 is 5.
Okay, so as Illya sees these black inky eyes kind of go over her, it's like the light is taken out of her eyes, and she kind of blacks out, but she awakens, walking, trudging, kind of groggily toward the boathouse.
Oh no. Okay, wait. Okay, am I in control of my body again?
Not quite yet. You're starting to regain consciousness as you're walking slowly, trudging towards that boathouse. You're now standing again as you're at that door. You feel all that misty wind swirling around you. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Wow, I just threw my die to the other side of the room. Good thing I have another one. That's cocked. Gosh, it's a 4.
Illya opens the door and begins pushing the boat back out, like going to leave with the boat. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw again.
Jeez. Can I talk? I want to say, what the heck, Harvey?
You don't see Harvey anywhere.
Oh, gosh. That's an 8.
Yeah, so as you push this boat and kind of point it out towards the water, you jump where the boat was. And as you're kind of like floating down in this dark, inky water, you can kind of make out an alcove that you begin swimming towards. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw to see if you can make it there without taking damage from lack of oxygen.
That's 12.
You choke a little bit as your body kind of rebels against you, and you take 7 points of damage. And now I need another wisdom saving throw.
Wow, Illya is not pleased with what's going on. That's a 17.
As you kind of are fighting this urge, and you're losing oxygen, your fight or flight kicks in, and you feel that inky sight release you. You are now, again, underwater. The closest source of air is going to be right in front of you in this alcove, and it's dire that you get there.
Yeah, I gotta go for it. I'm not drowning here.
Make a strength saving throw to see if you can pull yourself with all your might up throughout this alcove.
That's a 24.
Yeah, you make it just in the nick of time as you come up, gasping for air. You are now in this strange alcove. You hear the waves, the smell of the ocean, and you see that same summoning circle, but this time with 4 circles with spirits in each of the holes.
Mom, dad, and kids.
That's gonna be mom, dad, and kids.
Gosh, all right. I'm shaking my head and I'm gonna say Sarah.
And as you kind of say her name, you see her spirit pop up in the center of the summoning circle in this alcove. Look at you and say, "You could have just left. You could have just let all be." And as her face kind of deteriorates into that same kind of being, make a perception check for me.
Okay. I'm proficient in that. 15.
You see, hanging from the ceiling is a person that looks a lot like Harvey.
Oh no. I'm gonna shout up, Harvey! Harvey Potts, is that you?
Who's there? And he kind of looks down and sees you.
Hey, don't worry, Harvey, I'm here to help you.
Who are you? How do you know my name?
Don't worry about it, I'm here to help you, I promise.
Okay, so it is now your turn. Go ahead and roll whatever you're doing. It's your turn. You're in initiative. It's you and this nautical mind flayer.
So, okay, but, I'm gonna shake my head and I'm gonna say, so are you Sarah, or what's the deal? So, are we in initiative?
Yeah, you're in initiative. I just said, yeah, you're back in initiative. It's your turn.
So I'm going to shout that at Sarah, and I'm going to ready my whip. I'm just going to take the dodge action, actually, just prepared for whatever's going to happen, but see if I can figure out what's going on here.
You just hear a cold whisper, "We are Sarah." And
do I hear that before I decide to take? Well, okay, fine. Yeah,
no,
that's what I
no, you don't. Okay, that's gonna be an 18 to hit. That hits.
Well, hold on. Did you roll that with advantage?
Oh, disadvantage because you're dodge. Sorry. Okay, that misses. Yeah. So they just take a tentacle and try and slash it down. You feel that cold, inky water splash over you.
When they miss, I'm going to expend a superiority dice to do my riposte maneuver. Am I within 10 feet?
Yeah, you're within 10 feet.
Okay, so I make a melee weapon attack as a reaction. That's a 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
So I roll my normal damage plus my superiority die d8. 2 plus 1 plus 5 is 8 damage.
Okay. So, and how are you doing that? Is it just bashing it with the shield, or is it the whip?
No, it's the whip.
Yeah, so you come out and hit a nice crisp whip over the tentacle. One of the tentacles actually flies off of the face, and as they look back at you, it begins to regrow. They are going to look at you again, raising their finger and point at you. Their eyes glow that black, inky color. Go ahead and roll a wisdom saving throw. This time, with advantage.
Oh, that first one's an 18. I probably won't need it. Oh, I rolled 18 twice. It's a 19.
Yeah, you kind of feel that inkiness come over your eyes, but you fight through it as it comes off of you, and they actually look a little stunned. You are going to have 2 turns.
Oh, okay, cool. Great. Okay. I am going to approach... Now, it's not holding a weapon, right? It's been using its tentacles to attack me, right? Because I can disarm, but there's nothing to make it drop that I can tell. So, okay, I'm going to come at it, and I'm going to make my attack, my normal attack. 13 doesn't hit, right?
No.
Okay, I'm going to take my second attack. 18? Does 18 hit?
Hits. 18 hits.
Okay, I'm going to expend a superiority die to do a trip attack.
What does that do?
Well, so first of all, it takes 7 damage.
Okay.
I'm rolling so low on damage. I've been rolling so many ones. But it also needs to make a strength saving throw, or else now it's prone.
Okay. That's going to be a 10.
10 is no good. It falls prone.
Okay.
Okay, so now I'm...
Your turn? Your second turn?
Yep, so I'm moving in now to get within 5 feet. So now that it's prone, I get advantage on my attack roll if I'm within 5 feet.
Okay.
So that's going to be 27 to hit.
That'll hit.
You said I'm getting 2 turns, right?
Correct. Yes.
Okay, so this is my first attack from my second turn.
Okay.
Okay, so I hit it. 9 damage.
Okay.
And then same deal, second attack.
Cool.
With advantage. Rolled a 3 and then an 11, so 19 to hit.
19 hits.
Okay, I'm going to make now a pushing attack. So I get to add my superiority die, and I may also be able to push it. Man, I've rolled 1 on my superiority die so many times. I'm also almost out of these Battlemaster maneuvers, but that's okay. 8 damage.
8 additional damage?
8 damage total on the second attack.
Okay.
And it has to make a strength save, which it's prone, so I don't think technically it gets disadvantage on it. But it's got to make a strength save, or else I can push it up to 15 feet away.
13, so push it.
I'm trying to think about where I would want to push this prone flayer to. Is there anything dangerous around that I might be able to, like...
There's some rock, like in this alcove, it's pretty, like, rocked and barnacled. You could throw it against a wall, it would probably hurt a little bit. Yeah,
that's going to be my move. I'm going to try to...
Okay, so yeah, as you throw it onto these kind of barnacled rocks, go ahead and roll an additional D8 of damage.
Yeah, and now it's 15 feet away from me, and its movement is 0, because it's still on the ground.
Cool.
I rolled another 1 on the D8! This D8 is fired. I'm rolling this one now.
Okay. So as it kind of slams into these rocks, it uses its next move to get up, and then it's your turn again.
Okay, so I'm going to move 5 feet forward, so I'm within 10 feet of it, and I'm going to make another attack. That's cocked. 14. That doesn't hit, right?
Does not, unfortunately.
Second attack. 17.
That hits.
Okay, so I'm going to expend my last superiority die to try to make another trip attack.
Trip attack? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Man, I rolled 1 on this D8 as well. But it's 10 damage.
Okay.
And it's a DC 16 strength saving throw to not fall over.
Fails. So it falls again. This thing is not a very strong combatant. Years, I guess, of being Sarah has made them.
Yeah, so I wrap the whip around its leg again and trip it again, so it's 10 feet away from me with 0 movement speed.
Okay. It's going to use its turn to clamber to its feet.
Cool, and it doesn't make any kind of, like, ranged attack against me or anything?
It can't, right? That's its action to get up, right? From prone?
No, getting up is just its movement.
Oh, I always thought it was... Okay, thank you for telling me that. It's going to flash out a tentacle that goes
But it's
up.
10 feet away from me. The tentacle can reach me 10 feet away?
You can see, as it actually flips it back, it begins to extend out and grow as it flips towards you the whole 10 feet. Okay, it crits.
Okay.
So that means that it does 8 plus. Ben takes 16 points of damage.
Okay. That's all right. I have a decent amount of health.
Okay.
Still got 44 health left.
And you hear Harvey Potts kind of yell out this scared shriek as after the tentacle kind of slams into you. It's your turn.
Okay. I look up at Harvey. How high up off the ground is Harvey? Does it look like I could get Harvey down? Does it look like he would be any? Is he really beat up? Does he look like he would be any use if I tried to get him in on this fight?
Hard to say. He's a second person, so it's a potential that I'm sure they would be, interested in helping in some way, theoretically.
Does he have a weapon on his person or anything?
Doesn't appear so, but again, they're kind of tied. It's hard to say. They're kind of tied up at the ceiling area.
I'm just going to shout up at him and say, "Tell me what's going on here, Harv," as I keep making whip attacks.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack. Harvey, you can't hear it. Looks like maybe he has a gag in or so. Oh, no, well, I guess he talked to you earlier, so never mind. He says, I'm not sure. I woke up one night walking into the ocean. Now I'm here.
Oh, great. Cool. Awesome. Okay, I'm making my whip attack. 17 plus 8 is 6. Whatever, it'll hit. 25.
25 will hit.
So that's 8 points of damage.
Okay.
I'm taking my second attack. Another 17, so 25 again.
Yep, that'll hit.
It's 7 points of damage. And I'm going to use my bonus action to do second wind, so I get to recover a d10 plus 7 of health. That's 15 health, so I heal back what I got. And I'm going to say, Sarah, you picked the wrong person to mess with, and I'm taking my action surge. So I'm going to take 2 more attacks.
Okay. Yeah, just for the record, Sarah is not looking very good.
Yeah, I'm taking my 2 more attacks. Sorry. That is a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
That's 7 more damage.
Yeah, okay.
It's a 10 on my next attack.
Yeah, so as Sarah is actually looking, as you do that second one, looking like they're flayed out on the ground. Tentacles aren't regenerating anymore. They're looking pretty well beat as you miss that last attack. And they do not get up to do anything. And you are out of initiative order. But you do still hear whatever this creature is kind of gasping and breathing.
Okay, my first order of business is to try to get Harvey down. Is he... how is he being... He's suspended from the ceiling?
Yeah, you'd have to climb up the wall and, try and, I guess, cut him down or whip the rope down and catch him. There's a couple... there's different things you could do. It just kind of depends on how you want to go about it.
What's below him? How dangerous would it be to try to...
It's rocks. I mean, it's not, sharp, pointed rocks, but it's a rock floor. It would probably hurt.
Harvey, I'm going to try to get you down. Just get ready to fall.
Okay, wait, what? Go ahead and make the attack.
I'd like to try to, yeah, I mean, if I can, like, climb up there, I want to try my best to separate the rope and, I mean, I don't know, I'm having trouble imagining this.
You're going to try to...
I'd like to try to lower him if I can.
There's not really a lowering mechanism. It's a single, it's not like a pulley. He's not like he's not been cranked up there. He's literally just tied to a stalagmite.
Yeah, I have a light crossbow. I'm going to try to shoot
the rope. Okay.
Couple bolts to try to take the rope down.
And are you, like, you're just going to shoot the rope down?
That's my plan.
Okay. Go for it. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Attack roll. That's 11.
11? Okay, well, so you shoot that one bolt, and it kind of goes flying past the rope.
Just hold on, Harv. I can do this. I can do this.
Please hurry, thank you.
Is a 15?
Yeah, that second one pierces through the rope as he starts falling, clambering closely toward the ground. If you would like to try and catch him, you're going to have to make a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, I am going to try to do it. It's a nat 1.
Oh, yeah, you go, and you try to move, but he's already hit the floor.
Honestly, not Harvey before annoyed me so much that I'm not even too bothered. I probably didn't even try that hard to catch him.
Yeah, and as you kind of go over to check if he's okay, you go, Harvey, and he's dead.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm going to go over to the Mind Flayer and put my foot on its chest and press down and say, you got anything to say?
And it kind of is coughing, and it looks at you and says, you are Sarah.
Okay. I'm going to whip it directly in the face.
Okay.
Well, actually, no, I'm going to say, what does that mean? This is your last chance. I would start talking or I'll just kill you.
And it just kind of is looking at the summoning circle.
Okay, I'm going to kill it.
Okay, yeah, and so you just take care of it. It's gone. You feel it is no longer with you. You are now...
Okay. I would like to look over to the summoning circle. Are the spirits anywhere? Is there any, like, is the
there.
Mom, Dad, and kid spirit still there? I'm going to look at them and say, you guys able to talk?
They are motionless, looking just down at the ground. They don't appear to be responsive.
All right. I'm going to take a look at the circle. I mean, is there anything to see?
It definitely gives you an auspicious feeling. It definitely is, like, emanating a certain power from it. It's hard to say.
All right. Well, I guess I'm going to try to take Harvey and swim out of here. I mean, it doesn't feel like there's anything else for me to do, so...
Okay, go ahead and make, I guess you're going to grab Harvey. Go ahead and make a athletics check to see if you can swim. Not strength anymore. Now it's an athletics check to see if you can swim your guys' way up out of
22.
Yeah, it's definitely a little daunting. And as you guys kind of arrive up at the boathouse and you're walking out, you actually hear Harvey cough awake as water clears from his lungs.
Oh. Well, that's good. I thought you were dead.
And he's like, just barely, thanks to you. Well, what's your name?
Illya Firestar, at your service.
Who sent you?
Well, believe it or not, you did. I came here with you, I thought. I explained.
You explained that you're on your first assignment as part of this detective agency, etc., etc. And he kind of looks amorously at you and says, "Well, you have my vote to join, that's for sure, Rook. But let's and he's kind of breathing heavily. Let's get back to the carriage and get a full report written up. I'll let you take care of all of it, and I'll back whatever you say."
Well, I appreciate that. What What's going on here? Do you have any idea what happened to you?
He kind of looks at you and says, I thought you would tell me.
Well, that's good. I guess we got to get somebody more... Now that we know what's here and where it is, I think we need to get somebody more attuned to this sort of thing.
He kind of laughs and says, another department, I guess, as he walks.
Yeah, I give him a sort of wry chuckle.
As he walks out, and you guys head back to the carriage and leave Yellowcrest Manor.
Man, that was rough times.
That's where we'll end the session.
Wow, what a fun adventure. That was pretty nuts. Trust nobody, I guess.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for watching this adventure. Thanks for watching to the end. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. And if you're not subscribed already to start adventuring, join the community. Click the button. We love to see new people joining, and we're happy to have you. Let us know what you thought in the comments down below, and thanks for watching.
Yeah. And if you guys want to go that extra mile, we do have a Patreon, the link to which will be in the description box below, and all the pertinent information in that bottom right-hand corner. This was a fun adventure for me. I know it was maybe a little mysterious and even left a little mysteriously. And if you out there have put the pieces together, go ahead and put in the comments below what you think happened. But until next time, I think that does us. I'm Baxter.
And I'm Ben. And remember, start adventuring.
Just start adventuring.